Now in Good Morning Northwest, Spokane County deputies shoot and kill a man who'd been harassing his neighbors. We're finding out this morning what happened.
Well, much lighter fog in our region today. We do have some showers that are due in. We're going to have the timing and how much coming up.
Also, how will the U.S. respond to the drone attack that killed 3 American soldiers in Jordan? We're starting to find out. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Wednesday, January 31st, last day of the month here. Let's toss things over to Mark Peterson for a look at what we can expect today.
All right, good morning, everybody. So we do have a better sky condition. We've got clouds. We don't have that low cloud deck. We don't have the dense fog. However, some cooler temperatures in some of the protected areas and different elevations. You could have slippery sidewalks and such because of the melt off and the refreeze in some areas. Into the West Plains, temperature sitting at 36 degrees, downtown as well. Here, look at the 4 things you need to know. Unseasonably mild, not only today, but for the next several days. We're going to get showers later on today and more sustained light rain for Thursday. The weekend's going to cool down a little bit, but still be above average. So the forecast radar, yeah, we're looking at this to come in the noon hour, 11 o'clock potentially. It's going to work its way through from west to east. And then coming in from the south through Thursday, we'll see more sustained rain. We could see some light showers tonight. 36 is our current condition, 35 in a Coeur d'Alene, 38 St. Mary's, 43 at Ritzville this morning. Your day today, our high is going to be 47 degrees. See that about 2 o'clock. Cloud cover and, well, 40s all the way past dinner time.
We start with that breaking news out of North Spokane. Spokane County Sheriff's deputies shot and killed a man yesterday afternoon, and one of its deputies and a canine got hurt.
This morning, we're learning new information from police. Let's get over to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk. Sydney, what are you learning this morning?
Spokane County deputies responded to a call from a home here on North Kalispell Street. The sheriff's office says a man reported that his neighbor, armed with a baton, tried to assault him and threatened to kill him. And this isn't the first time officers have been called to that home. Sheriff John Knowles says deputies came out several times to the home Monday night when that same neighbor called and said the suspect broke something on his property. Officers did have enough to charge the suspect with a misdemeanor, but he was uncooperative. The sheriff's office said due to the low risk to the public, deputies decided to leave the home and submit a charging request with the prosecutor's office. Yesterday, they were called back at around 4 o'clock for a similar incident. When deputies arrived again, the suspect was not cooperating. Officers say he would not follow commands to surrender despite several attempts to de-escalate the situation, numerous PA announcements, phone calls with a crisis negotiator, and a search warrant for the home. Now, after several hours, deputies made a plan to break through the door. The sheriff's office says almost immediately that man acted aggressively towards deputies.
At 6:54 hours, they advised that they had breached the front door, and at 6:55 hours, they advised that the suspect had aggressed on them and shots were fired. During this interaction between the suspect and the deputies on scene, one of our canines was injured, and a deputy was also received minor injuries.
The man was pronounced dead at the scene. The deputy wasn't seriously hurt, but the injured canine did require medical treatment by a veterinarian. A neighbor told 4 News Now he heard the whole thing. Take a listen.
Had seen the cops' cars pulled up, and we weren't sure what was going on, so we were just sitting in the house. And next thing we know, while we're in this house, we hear about 7 shots or so. And that's when I went outside and tried to see what was going on.
From here, the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will take over this investigation. The sheriff's office says the name of the man who was killed will be released at a later time. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. The population of the city of Spokane Valley has grown by about 20,000 people in the last 15 years. Because of that, the city council is considering beefing up the police department with 30 more positions. The deputy city manager and Spokane Valley police chief brought the request to the city council last night. The request follows recommendations from a report by a consulting group hired by the police department to review its staffing needs. The report says it would cost $6.3 million to implement the recommendation. That money would cover salaries, fuel, vehicles, and maintenance. Some funding sources suggested include a property tax, sales tax, gambling tax, cannabis tax, and fines. Ultimately, the council decided to hold off on committing to a 5-year plan and start by focusing on year 1. It'll set up listening sessions to hear what the community thinks about adding more police in the coming weeks.
The man accused of robbing 3 Spokane banks should be making his first court appearance today. Investigators used DNA evidence to track him down. Now, this is a security camera picture of the suspect, who investigators say is 40-year-old Dustin Parent. He's accused of robbing a bank on Spokane's South Hill in October and a credit union in November. Investigators say the robber left behind some DNA at one of the banks. It matched Parent's. He also got a suspect in a bank robbery at Indiana and Division earlier this month. Parent refused to appear in court yesterday. He's supposed to make his first appearance today.
New on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden is planning a military response to a deadly drone attack. U.S. retaliation could come at any moment against the Iran-backed militants blamed for the attack in Jordan that killed 3 American soldiers and injured 40 others. The Pentagon gave him multiple options, and President Biden says his decision is made.
The President is not Iran responsible for the death of those 3 Americans. I do hold them responsible in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it.
U.S. officials say a strike is expected to hit multiple targets over several days and will likely target Iranian assets outside of Iran, with most of the strikes in Syria. Biden spoke with the families of the 3 fallen soldiers, Sergeants William Rivers, Kennedy Sanders, and Breonna Moffett. The families of those soldiers killed in the attack will be at Dover Air Force Base Friday when the bodies of their loved ones return to the U.S. The White House says President Biden will also attend.
UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs as part of a bid to save $1 billion. Managers and contractors will make up most of those layoffs. The cuts come as UPS issued a disappointing sales outlook for this year. UPS lost business last year as customers concerned about the possible strike by the Teamsters shifted shipments to rival carriers. UPS said it expects to get most of that business back, but so far it's only gotten back about 60% of that lost business.
But more jobs are opening up across the country. The Labor Department says at the end of December, there were just more than 9 million openings, up from November. The same report also showing more Americans are staying at the jobs they have. The number of people quitting falling to a near 3-year low. Good Morning Northwest time is now 7 minutes after 6.
Let's check back in with Mark Peterson. He's seeing our chances for some wet weather this week.
Today we're going to get some scattered showers. Going to be light, heavier amounts into the central part of the state. Tomorrow we're going to have more sustained light rain. Not expecting a ton out of this. And maybe in the higher elevations, maybe a little fresh snow, but it is going to be rather warm. We're going to have a full check of the forecast coming up.
One Spokane business is making it easier than ever to get fresh products like this. We'll tell you how you can get a box of your own coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
An all-night meeting ends with the Homeland Security Secretary a step closer to impeachment. We have the story right after this commercial break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features new and upcoming MMA stars battling it out for the next big ticket fight. King of the Cage live at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 15th.
Winning is just the beginning.
Agriculture Innovation meets tradition February 6th through the 8th at the Spokane Convention Center. Come see the latest in farming technology, network with peers and industry experts, and participate in seminars. Whether you're a seasoned grower, an entrepreneur, or just passionate about agriculture, this is the event for you. Meet, learn, grow at the Spokane Ag Show. Get your tickets now. I'm Melissa Paul, Ag Show Director, and I'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. Let's go. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
I've been in the sporting goods business all my life. My customers tell me their best memories are fishing, camping, and at the water enjoying their time with friends and family. They tell me they want those same memories for their children and grandchildren. Elephant Boy's boating store with Mercury Outboards has now expanded to include a fishing and camping store. They are jam-packed with all your outdoor and boating needs, including Mercury Outboards. We invite you to stop by and let the tradition continue to deliver the those dreams and memories. We have what you want.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
Queen Nation, the ultimate tribute to the music of Queen, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 7th. Get your tickets now for the #1 ranked Queen Tribute Act.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Just about 6:11, we are following breaking news this morning. Russia's defense ministry says Russia and Ukraine have exchanged 195 prisoners of war each. That's according to the Associated Press.
That swap conducted today comes after a week of Russia accused Ukrainian forces of shooting down a military transport plane carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war who were to be swapped for Russian POWs.
Now, this is a breaking story. We'll continue following it for you this morning.
Also new this morning, the House Homeland Security Committee voted this morning to advance their impeachment resolution against Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Republicans and Democrats debated the impeachment articles for about 15 hours. Republicans say Mayorkas committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. Democrats argue the evidence doesn't reach that high bar. A date for the vote has not yet been set.
France is on track to become the first country in the world to include abortion rights in its constitution. The French National Assembly passed a historic bill Tuesday with 493 lawmakers in favor and 30 against. That moves toward enshrining the right into law. The bill's adoption is expected to happen in time for International Women's Day, March 8th. Now, this became a priority for the French government following the overturning by the U.S. Supreme Court of Roe v. Wade in June 2022.
12 minutes past 6 o'clock. A 10-second takeaway. I got to tell you, it's cool but not cold. Fog is light. You'll need light layers today. We could have a couple scattered showers. 47 will be our high.
A new Chick-fil-A could still set up shop on Spokane's South Hill.
Last week, developers officially submitted a new proposal to the city. During Monday's city council meeting, members passed an ordinance to ban drive-through businesses like Chick-fil-A in that area. The newly passed ordinance would designate that part of 29th Avenue from Martin to Fisk Street as a pedestrian street. The proposed Chick-fil-A falls in that area, but this ordinance passed last night and Chick-fil-A submitted its new proposal for the site on January 24th, meaning it doesn't apply to them yet. The city is currently working with Chick-fil-A to see if the project can still move forward.
And we'll review for building code, land use code, traffic, stormwater, and so all of those things get compiled into one letter that we deliver back to them and say we need more clarification or revisions on these items based on the plans that you presented to us.
Now, people in the Lincoln Heights neighborhood already worry about pedestrian safety along 29th and say this new Chick-fil-A would only add to those concerns. Now, if Chick-fil-A's current application is not approved by the city, the new pedestrian street ordinance may prevent any further applications in that area. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
Pickleball courts could be coming to a school near you. We'll tell you which high schools are getting courts and who will be allowed to use them.
And we're checking back in with Allison Martinez, who's live, telling us how you can get one of these boxes of locally sourced groceries for your family.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring, always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just Want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve. Who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. Whitening strips are messy and can take up to 30 minutes. And many people admit whitening toothpastes just don't get the job done. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute treatments to whiten your teeth without the hassle. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Using Power Swabs is as simple as snap, swab, and smile. Step 1. Just snap open the applicator and apply the stain-out swab. This removes stains and rehydrates your enamel. Step 2. Use the ultra-white swab to whiten your teeth's surface for a bright, white smile. It takes just 5 minutes, doesn't cause crazy sensitivity for most people, and delivers incredible results.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
I have been 10 times happier with my smile since I started using Power Swabs.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first 5-minute application. Think about it. 5 minutes after they arrive at your door, you'll have whiter teeth. Better yet, after short 5-minute daily treatments for a week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Over 500,000 people have already seen incredible results. It's time to discover what you've been missing.
Power Swabs definitely gave me a much more beautiful smile. I was really impressed with it, and I was impressed with the results.
Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs so you can be more attractive, look years younger, and be more confident every day. Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. Now get ready to look years younger with Power Swabs.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:17. When you think of a food bank, you might think of non-perishable items like canned foods.
One Spokane business is working to redefine food insecurity with a farm-fresh approach. 4 Roots is teaming up with local farmers to bring fresh ingredients right to your dinner table. Allison Martinez is live this morning at their headquarters to tell us all about it.
Robin, Natalie, good morning. I'm here in downtown Spokane at the 4 Roots headquarters, like you said here. Now, every week, 4 Roots gives out boxes like this filled with fresh grocery items that you see here, sourced from farmers from all throughout the area. Now, I'm joined by Brittany, who is the CEO of 4 Roots. Tell me a little bit more about these items that you have here and where they're sourced from.
Sure. We work as locally and hyper-locally as we can with our farmers and producers. Of course, being the dead of winter, that means we go out a little bit more regionally, but we do still work with many of our protein and dairy producers here, as well as a mushroom producer. So we have Happy Mountain Mushrooms up in Colbert, Twin Calves, The Herd, Ramstead Ranch, Browning Beef, and then Lake Wolf Creamery here as well that we're working with.
Wow, absolutely. Such a cool community collaboration you guys have here. Now, with these products, what is the favorite or what's the standout?
Oh, it's always the cheese curds. Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Right, and those are amazing. They go with so many things, and it's just a really fun, kind of approachable item for families, too.
Amazing. Well, your next distribution event is coming up on February 7th, and we've been talking about it all morning. This is really for anyone with a need, anyone who eats, anyone with a mouth to feed, they can come out here, and it's happening at 4 Degrees, which is one of 4 Roots' partners here in the community. It's at their building on February 7th. What do people need to know?
Yeah, so this is one of our partners. 4 Degrees is a real estate organization here in Spokane, and we partner with different organizations throughout the county to cast our net. And this will be at their north side location. For those of you who have been around the area, it's the old McGlades building up off of Daymount, Spokane.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. We'll have all that information on our website, KXLY.com. Thanks for joining me. Back to you in studio.
Oh, cheese curds. Now I'm really hungry.
I'm hungry. Oh, that looked really good.
Oh, there is your live look this morning. Looking over downtown Spokane. It's a clear shot. Mostly.
So different than what we've seen over the past several days. So, yeah, we're not going to see maybe some light patches. That's it. Take a look at our forecast for the day. 47 degrees. We're going to have variable clouds, light showers coming in. Looks to be around 11, 12. We'll have the timing on that coming up in just a moment. 39 degrees for the overnight low. Again, more potential for light shower activity, but this is rain showers into the lower and mid levels, snow into the higher elevations. All right, take a look. This is a live satellite and radar, and it's really showing you what's happening on the West Coast, maybe more importantly, what's happening out in the Pacific. So this is a huge low, lots of energy. As it comes in, we're seeing the coastal regions, Northern California, Oregon, Washington, getting soaked. Got it. Well, we've got some mountains that we are going to see feet of snow in the Sierras. Again, higher up. But then as this makes its way in, we could see rain-snow mix for a little bit. But for the most part, it's going to be a rain event into the higher elevations of the Cascades. We'll see that turn to snow as it continues to make its way in. It comes in from the south. That's such a large system. So it's today just sort of working its way in. We're going to see that chance of showers coming in midday. As that moves out, we're going to have more of a chance coming in from the south for Thursday, and therefore we're going to see increased chances of more sustained rain because there's nothing to break it up. 52 is going to be the high into Ritzville. You're going to see 47 in the Tri-Cities. They got rain right now. 56 into the LC Valley, looking good. Now, the planning forecast, those upper 40s today, tomorrow. Friday, it's going to be 44. Groundhog Day. We'll be tracking Puxatawny Phil to see what he says or squeaks about his shadow. 40 for the high Saturday, Sunday. Monday, overnight lows are going to hover at or above freezing now with some updated forecasting. But then we see colder temperatures coming in Sunday or Monday morning and Tuesday morning with the little rain snow mix potential there.
Okay.
Puxatawny Phil, yes or no?
Well, yes or no? Wait, what are you asking?
Just
are we in favor of him?
Do we like Puxatawny Phil? Is he a good dude?
He's real cute.
I like him when he says that it gets warm sooner.
Yeah.
That he's my favorite.
I think he just wants to be left alone. It's 6:22.
After being upset by Loyola Marymount last year, the Zags weren't going to let them make it 2 in a row. And leading the charge was guard Nolan Hickman. We have highlights from last night's game that's coming up in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings.
Presentation looks great.
Thanks. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals. That one. And look forward to a more confident future.
That is one dynamic duo. Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
Try dietary supplements from Voltaren for healthy joints. Respect, protect, pay essential grocery store workers.
One good job should be enough for an honest person.
UFCW 3000, the Essential Workers Union, helps make that a reality.
UFCW 3000 fights to make sure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
Fair wages, health care, and a pension plan. The things every working person deserves. Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota. Elite Tire and Suspension, your premier tire and suspension shop, can do it all. A family business that started right here in the Northwest, building their business and your trust from the ground up. Active in the community and committed to supporting schools and youth programs in the Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint area. Elite Tire and Suspension, top-notch customer service, the best warranty in town, and easy financing. Their experienced team will keep you safe on the road with correct tires, suspension, and alignment. Call, click, or stop in anytime. Elite Tire and Suspension in Coeur d'Alene and Pend Oreille.
Weeknights on MeTV. Watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
You can find MeTV on broadcast channels KXLY 4.2, Comcast 114, and Spectrum 9, 17, and 181.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
You could tell from the opening tip Gonzaga was locked in. Part of it was they didn't want a repeat performance of last year where LMU came into this building and snapped the Zags' 76-game home winning streak. Part of it also was the return of former Gonzaga Bulldog Dominic Harris, who now plays for LMU. Gonzaga fans made sure to make Harris hear it. Coming into this game, the talk was about Harris, but the MVP of the game was Gonzaga guard Nolan Hickman. Hickman played great defense, including this early block on Harris that set the tone and led to points on the other end. Hickman is going to find Graham Ike on the pass with the alley-oop. Gonzaga had it working inside and outside. Hickman led the way with 24 points. Ike had 20. Gonzaga even forced 20 turnovers. It was one of GU's most complete performances of the season, and the Bulldogs go home happy.
You know, especially for the newcomers, they don't really know about, what happened last year. So we try to, let them know, that they did beat us here, and we can't let that happen again. So, yeah, that was definitely the message coming out there tonight.
The Bulldogs shot just under 60% from the field, a complete performance by the Zags, and will now take on St. Mary's at 7:30 on Saturday.
Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:26.
An effort to protect kids and their mental health kicks off today in Washington, D.C. Sydney Charles is breaking down what we can expect from today's congressional hearing, making sure kids are safe on social media.
Plus, the amount of money that you have to pay to have a pet could be going down. The bill focused on lowering pet deposits. Why not everyone's happy about it? Before we head to break, here's a first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new nicotine product gaining popularity on social media.
These products in the hands of adults, that's one thing, but in the hands of the youth with their developing brain is another.
Zyn, the Swedish brand of nicotine pouches popular in Europe, now taking hold in the United States with the help of so-called Zynfluencers on TikTok.
The discreetness is what concerns me the most, where a fourth grader can use it in the bathroom pretty seamlessly without anyone knowing.
While these pouches contain a smaller amount of the highly addictive drug compared to traditional cigarettes, medical experts say it is too early to tell what the long-term health effects could be on kids.
This is why we try to talk to as many parents and school teachers as possible.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what you need to know about Zyn and its risk for nicotine toxicity for kids. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Because you are greater than your bipolar 1. And you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Sleepiness and stomach issues are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
Experience the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Explore better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof, inside the region's largest indoor showroom. Discover the latest models from the industry's best brands, including Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Barletta, Chris-Craft, Harris, Regal, and Cruisers Yachts, plus our huge display of pre-owned inventory. Mark your calendars and make waves with us at the biggest event of the year, happening February 1st through February 10th. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Better boats, better prices, better event.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online this morning, including this. Some music may be disappearing from TikTok. The social media platform failed to reach a new licensing deal with Universal Music Group. Universal says TikTok proposed paying only a fraction of what other social platforms pay for music. The current deal expires today.
Pew Research says nearly half of teens use the internet for almost constantly. Many parents are worried social media doom scrolling is hurting their kids' mental health. Doom scrolling is the act of spending too much time reading negative news online. 42% of parents say their teens waste too much time on social media, and 28% are concerned about the toll it's taking on their mental health. We'll let you know how lawmakers are trying to tackle this problem coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to your Wednesday. It's the last day of January, the 31st, and we're rounding out things not terrible. A lot better, actually, than it's been the last few days.
Yeah, certainly the visibility is greatly improved. We have a little bit of light fog, really a camera out of focus in Coeur d'Alene, 36 degrees. There is some patchy fog in around Hayden, 36. And again, we have some light patchy fog in around our area. So the 4 things we need to know. Temperatures well above our average high. It's going to be unseasonably mild. Showers later on today about midday. Rainy for tomorrow, but the weekend's going to be cooler, but yet still above average. So we look at the forecast radar, and it's really stating that by noon we should see an impact and some light shower activity coming into our area, and then pushing north. This system continues to make its gains to the east. Then we see it coming in from the south, more sustained rain as we get into Thursday. Still looking for 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch in some places. 36 will be our high today. We are expecting cloud cover through the day with a high of 47.
February 28th. That is when Idaho will execute its first death row inmate in more than a decade. Thomas Creech was convicted of killing 5 people, including a fellow inmate. He also admitted to the court that he killed or participated in killing at least 26 people. Creech was originally scheduled to be executed in November, but it was postponed when his lawyers asked for his sentence to be reduced. A judge denied that request yesterday. Now, one of the only things that could prevent the execution would be an order from the governor. Sounds like that's not going to happen. Brad Little released a statement saying, as governor, I have zero intention of taking any action that would halt or delay Creech's execution. His lawful and just sentence must be carried out as ordered by the court. Justice has been delayed long enough.
And at the Breaking Now desk, we are taking a live look at the Capitol right now, where top executives will be grilled about the effects of social media. A number of different tech CEOs will be testifying today, including Mark Zuckerberg. Now, this hearing comes as lawmakers push for new rules to protect kids online amid growing concerns about child porn, sex trafficking, and drug sales. The leaders of X, TikTok, Snapchat, Meta, and Discord are expected to highlight safety improvements they've made recently. But senators want the CEOs to support the Kids Online Safety Act, a bill that would require harmful material to be blocked from children's accounts. The bill would also restrict access to the data of minors and would allow parents to better supervise children's activity. A number of lawmakers here in Spokane already support it, including Spokane City Council member Jonathan Bingle and Spokane City Council President Betsy Wilkerson. Snapchat is the only app so far to publicly endorse the Kids Online Safety Act. The company is facing a lawsuit from dozens of parents who claim their children died after taking illegal drugs, some laced with fentanyl bought from a dealer on Snapchat.
We delivered a lethal dose of fentanyl to our home like a pizza.
Snapchat said it's working hard to stop dealers from abusing the platform. Today, the CEOs are expected to emphasize the positives of social media, including how it can connect us and help children learn. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. Renters in Washington could pay less for pet deposits if a new law passes.
Today, state lawmakers will discuss a bill to lower pet deposits to less than $150, making it more affordable to keep your pets. But people have mixed responses to this proposal. Property managers say they're against the bill because they're seeing more pet damage. In some cases, it can cost them thousands of dollars. Faith Saxton is a renter, and she said she paid $400 for her 2 furry friends.
They don't make any messes or anything like that. And it would just be nice to have the security of knowing if I needed to move to another place that I wouldn't have as much problems finding something for myself and my family that I have.
Now, if this bill passes, it would take effect 90 days later.
Spokane Public School students will have more opportunity to pick up a paddle and play some pickleball. The school district is creating 14 new courts at 5 different schools. SPS is making accommodations to existing courts at Rogers, Shadle Park, and North Central High Schools to create 6 pickleball courts. Ferris High School and Lewis and Clark's Hart Field will each have 2 courts adapted to make another 8 pickleball courts. Even though it won't be outdoor pickleballing weather for quite a while yet, all the SPS courts will be used for both school-based programming and for those of us in the community that like to get out and play.
That's so fun. The wave of pickleball just keeps going.
I'm a huge fan, as you might know. It's now 6:36.
Let's toss things back over to Mark Peterson for a look at what we can expect today. Not as foggy as before, but still a little bit.
Yeah, in some areas they're still seeing the patchy fog. Omak, Colville has got it. Coeur d'Alene a little bit to the north of Coeur d'Alene and some pockets to the south. But yes, so much less than yesterday. We take a live look outside and you can see it's a gorgeous morning. Temperatures are mild. We are going to have that full forecast coming your way.
And a Spokane nonprofit is on to something big for the littlest victims of the opioid crisis. We look at what's happening at Maddie's Place coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Joining a gym fashionably late this year? At Planet Fitness, we got you. Because now through January 31st, you can still join for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Plus, get free fitness training. Hurry, deal ends January 31st.
When it's time to choose the right products for your new kitchen or bathroom, Ferguson Showroom Consultants are here to help. With the expertise to navigate even the most complex projects, our team will advise you on the latest products and innovative new features. We'll take care of the details so you can make the best choices for your home. At Ferguson, your project is our priority. Visit your local Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery to shop the best selection of brands like Monogram.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this because everywhere it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
When I heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway with a chance to leap your way to $30K, I was like, what? Then I found out it's only for humans, and now I'm all like, yeah.
The $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway at Northern Quest. Play daily to enter for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize drawing on February 29th. Details at northernquest.com.
chances for a brighter future. Crosswalk Youth Shelter restores hope for homeless children, connecting them with essential services.
Crosswalk's mission is to end youth homelessness. We provide housing, behavioral health services, case management, and just work on all of those needs. This new building is an investment in their future. We'll have a new facility embedded in a neighborhood.
New America Cares for Kids is honored to donate $1,000 toward Crosswalk's new building. This is how New America cares for kids.
I was scared, I was lost, and I felt hopeless. Even if I wanted to be adopted, who would adopt a 17-year-old?
Joining a gym fashionably late this year? At Planet Fitness, we got you. Because now through January 31st, you can still join for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Plus, get free fitness training. Hurry, deal ends January 31st.
Welcome back. It's now 6:39. Spokane has a drug problem. It's a problem that doesn't just impact the person who's using. It affects the community, families, and for some women who get pregnant while using, that means their baby could be born with drugs in their systems. There is a place here doing innovative work with babies withdrawing from drugs and their mothers. That work could impact not just Spokane and the state, but the whole country and beyond.
Hi, handsome.
This is 4-month-old Zachariah. From all appearances, a perfect baby boy. What you can't see is the battle he's facing inside. Zachariah was born with drugs in his system. His mom, Mary, was a drug user for 7 years.
Fentanyl and meth.
She was using until she found out she was a couple of months pregnant. Mary checked herself into a drug rehab in Seattle and got on methadone to help her get clean. But methadone is also a narcotic, and that drug was being passed on to Zachariah.
So he had to stay in the NICU for like a month and a half.
When Zachariah was released from Sacred Heart's neonatal intensive care, he came here to Maddie's place, which also took in Mary to keep mom and baby connected. Bonding within the first 90 days is one of the first struggles these drug-affected babies often face. What's uncertain is what happens later in life. These kids often face learning, behavioral, and mental health challenges. Intervention now could change the course of their entire life.
Our mission is to provide nurturing, medical care, non-medical care, and support to drug-dependent infants and their mothers.
Sean Cross is the president and CEO of Maddie's Place, the only pediatric transitional care facility on the West Coast, and only one of 4 like it in the entire country.
The focus here is non-pharmaceutical. These babies are cared for, as you can see, in a quiet, low-stimulus setting. Caregivers like Taylor provide a number of different comforting methods, including frequent carrying, holding, and careful feeding.
What we find here is most likely going to be quite innovative.
Professor and Executive Vice Chancellor at WSU Health Sciences, Celestina Barbosa-Leiker, is leading a team of researchers with a deep bench of expertise. The team will study the health outcomes at Maddie's Place under a state pilot program.
This study has the potential to impact how services are being given to moms and babies with neonatal abstinence syndrome, not just here in Spokane County, across the state of Washington and nationwide as well.
While the research will tell healthcare providers a lot about drug-exposed babies in Spokane County, including just how many there are, it'll track the methods at work at Maddie's Place and could ultimately affect how that work is paid for. Right now, private insurance does not cover patients here. Cross wants the study to be a launch pad for Medicaid to pay for programs like Maddie's Place, which could fund more facilities and work like this around the country.
There you go. Maddie's Place, by the way, is licensed to treat up to 16 infants and 13 parents at any one time. And since opening in October 2022, it's cared for 64 babies. Wow. Now, the results of the study should come by the end of the fall. We will, of course, let you know what we learn.
And as far as Mary and Zachariah go, the mom and the baby there, what does the future hold for them?
Well, they're on a good path right now. Zachariah continues therapies at Maddie's Place. Mary is still working on her own recovery. Maddie's Place is connecting her to other resources so that they can get help, and they're even looking, helping them get housing. Wow. So that's really, really great. And you might have noticed Mary had no teeth from the drug exposure. She actually, the day after we shot that story, she got a new set of teeth thanks to her connections with Maddie's house.
That's so incredible.
It's great. And you can learn more about the work being done at Maddie's Place by finding this story on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:43.
Day 3 of our Food Crunch series continues and Allison Martinez is sharing us how to get some fresh produce for free. Let's check back in with her this morning.
A local business is making it possible for any family out there to receive a box of fresh grocery items like this. We'll tell you all about it coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox is back at the Fox Theater on February 12th, 2024 on their 10th anniversary tour. Postmodern Jukebox, a mix of 1920s jazz, swing, doo-wop, and Motown. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income...
To pills, Voltaren is a clinically proven arthritis pain relief gel which penetrates deep to target the source of pain with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine directly at the source. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
It's the 7-day winter sale at Furniture Row, so get ready because every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Like this unbeatable deal on the Bearing panel bed, now only $5.99. Save big on the Centurion sofa, only $6.99. Get the Largo dining table for only $3.99. And check out the Summit Queen, now only $299.99. Plus, 4 years no interest financing. But don't wait. The 7-day winter sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 1st.
YWCA's 42nd Women of Achievement Luncheon is March 15th at the Convention Center. We will be celebrating 8 amazing women of achievement and the WISE 121 years of service in Spokane. Visit ywcaspokane.org for tickets.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it. I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox is back at the Fox Theater on February 12th, 2024 on their 10th anniversary tour. Postmodern Jukebox, a mix of 1920s jazz, swing, doo-wop, and Motown. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY Plus.
Welcome back in. With soaring prices, buying groceries for the whole family can be difficult.
On top of this, farm fresh items are often expensive and hard to access. A Spokane business is working to change this by giving out locally sourced food right in your neighborhood. Allison Martinez is live at their headquarters telling us all about it. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. I'm here in downtown Spokane where the 4 Roots headquarters are, telling you a little bit about this amazing system they have here. Now, every week, 4 Roots gives out boxes just like this, filled with fresh groceries that are locally sourced from farmers all throughout the area. I'm joined by Brittany, who is the CEO this morning, and she told me these cheese curds are the fan favorite among everyone they give out boxes to, and I can see why. And what's really cool to note here is right on the box it says sourced locally in Deer Park, Washington, which is just so very cool. Now, thanks so much for joining us this morning, Brittany. We've been talking about how the cool thing with these boxes is people can really come up with whatever recipes and dinner, breakfast, any meals that they'd like. Tell me a little bit about what people have come up with.
Yeah, we've had so many people send us some really creative uses of their boxes. We actually provide in the boxes an insert with a QR code to a survey, asking for feedback and things like that. And then we also on our socials ask people to tell us and show us what they've been doing with their boxes. So we've seen some canning and preservation, which is wonderful to see, as well as we've seen poutine. People have used the potatoes and the cheese curds together.
Wow.
Lots of just different, really creative recipes.
Yeah, that's really really cool, especially the canning, to really stretch these groceries for that extra mile. Well, your next distribution event is coming up very soon, a week from today, February 7th, at a building that is owned and operated by one of your partners, 4 Degrees. And we have all that information on our website, kxly.com. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and we'll send it back to you guys in studio. This is Allison Martinez reporting in Spokane.
Anyone who needs food can just grab one of those. It's so great.
It really is. Also pretty great this morning. Clearer skies, much clearer. We had some really dense fog recently, pretty much every day. For memory, serves me, if memory serves me correctly.
No, all weekend and through the beginning of the week. Today's a much better day. 47 degrees, going to be patchy fog, very light patchy fog in around the region. Light showers coming in around the noon hour. Tonight, we're going to have a sustained light showers and 39 degrees for the overnight low. So again, very warm temperatures coming in at least for a couple of days. We'll start to cool into the weekend. We look at the Tri-Cities now getting rain, and we're seeing this in its path coming up towards us. And it looks like that timing about 11 or 12 is going to be pretty accurate as this continues to make its way in. We're going to see it just to, and the majority of it, into the central part of the state, and then making its way up across into areas of Colville and North Idaho. Higher elevations could see a little snow out of this, but it will only be at the very high elevations, at least through today. 47 for the high, 50 into Coeur d'Alene, 52 into Ritzville. We're going to have temperatures into the mid-50s for Lewiston. Looking pretty good. All right, so we look at what we can expect in the planning forecast. Upper 40s today, tomorrow. Tomorrow, more sustained rain. Now, it is, again, Puxatawny Phil's Day, Friday, Groundhog Day, 44 degrees for the high. And then we're going to see highs of around 40 through the weekend. Hit and miss showers. Overnight lows finally cooling down, so rain, snow mix possible by the beginning of next week. We're going to take a break. Your morning sprint is coming up. Thanks for watching. Good morning, Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing across all your benefits and savings options, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
They really know how to put 2 and 2 together. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the Advocates.
The Advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Mark has details on what you can expect in your forecast with a cloudy day ahead.
Allison Martinez is live telling us how you can get a box of locally sourced groceries for your family.
But first, Spokane County Sheriff's deputies shot and killed a man last night. And one of those deputies and a canine got hurt. Let's get to Sydney Charles with the breaking details.
To a call from a home on North Kalispell Street. The sheriff's office says a man reported that his neighbor, armed with a baton, threatened to kill him. Now, this isn't the first time officers have been called to that home. Sheriff John Knowles says deputies came out to the home Monday night when that same neighbor called and said the suspect broke something on his property. He was uncooperative when officers arrived at the scene. And the same neighbor called again at around 4 o'clock yesterday for a similar incident. When deputies arrived again, the suspect was not cooperating. Hours later, deputies made a plan to break through the door. The sheriff's office says almost immediately that man acted aggressively towards deputies. That's when he was shot and killed. Now, this is an ongoing investigation. You can read more on KXLY.com.
More breaking news this morning. Russia's defense ministry says Russia and Ukraine have exchanged 195 prisoners of war each. That's according to the Associated Press. That swap conducted today comes a week after Russia accused Ukrainian forces of shooting down a military transport plane carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war.
Good morning. Our 10-second takeaway and our first alert weather. Well, I got to tell you, today is a much better day with a cool start, but the fog is very light. You'll need light layers today. Maybe some scattered showers around the noon hour. Our high today will be 47 degrees.
The man accused of robbing 3 Spokane banks should make his first court appearance today. Investigators used DNA evidence to track him down. This is a security camera picture of that suspect who investigators say is 40-year-old Dustin Perrin. He's accused of robbing a bank on Spokane South Hill in October and a credit union in November. Investigators say the robber left behind some DNA at one of the banks and it matched Perrin. He is also a suspect in a bank robbery at Indiana and Division earlier this month.
February 28th, that's when Idaho will execute its first death row inmate in more than a decade. Thomas Creech is convicted of killing 5 people, including a fellow inmate. He's also admitted to the court and he killed or participated in killing at least 26 people. Creech was originally scheduled to be executed in November, but it was postponed when his lawyers asked for his sentence to be reduced. A judge denied that request yesterday. Now, one of the only things that could prevent the execution would be an order from the governor.
The population of the city of Spokane Valley has grown by about 20,000 people in the last 15 years. Because of that, the city council is considering beefing up the police department with 30 more positions. The deputy city manager and Spokane Valley police chief brought the request to the city council last night. The request follows recommendations from a report by a consulting group hired by the police department to review its staffing needs. The report says it would cost $6.3 million to implement the recommendation. You can read more about the report on KXLY.com.
Renters in Washington could pay less for pet deposits if a new law passes. Today, state lawmakers will discuss a bill to lower pet deposits to less than $150, making it more affordable to keep your pets. But people have mixed responses to this proposal. Property managers say they're against it because they're seeing more pet damage. If this bill passes, it would take effect 90 days later.
This morning, we're live at 4 Roots, which is a woman-owned small business located right in downtown Spokane. The business is redefining food insecurity by giving out fresh boxes like this, filled with farm-fresh grocery items to any family, no questions asked. Now, every week, the group has distribution events where you can pick up a box of your own load of fresh groceries. It's all happening next Wednesday, February 7th, and we'll have all the information on how you can attend on our website, KXLY.com.
A new Chick-fil-A could still set up shop in Spokane South Hill. Last week, developers officially submitted a new proposal to the city during Monday night's city council meeting. Members passed an ordinance to ban drive-through businesses like Chick-fil-A in that area. The newly passed ordinance would designate part of 29th Avenue from Martin to Fisk Street as a pedestrian street. Now the city is working with Chick-fil-A to see if the project can move forward.
President Biden says he has decided how he will retaliate for the drone strike that killed 3 U.S. service members in the Middle East. The latest on the planned operation is coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7. We'll have a final check of weather right after this.
For News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
From Star Wars, Daisy Ridley and Lisa Vanderpump.
I'm just fascinated by everything you do. I'm like, what don't you do?
Oh, there's a couple of things. Ask my husband.
Watch Kelly today at a special time.
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
All right, good morning. Oh, the sunrise, the hint of it. 7:18. Don't get too excited, but that's the hint. It's the promise that the sun will come up. And the fact that we can see it without any fog is sort of nice, too. There's a little bit of light fog in the area. 44, we're going to see that at 12 noon. 47 will be our high today. A few scattered showers in the midday. And again, about bedtime, we're going to see some more rain showers coming in. That's going to take us overnight. Tomorrow, 47 degrees. Friday, it's going to be 44. That, of course, is, you know, our thought is a groundhog.
Time to go take pictures of outside.
Yeah, we're going to rush out.
Absolutely.
We'll see you throughout GMA. It starts right now.